Hey diggers, I'm on a road trip and I'm in some pretty dense woods here, and been here probably an hour and a half and not had any good signals. Here I had a real faint signal about 10 inches deep. I think this is a silver coin. I don't have my glasses, so I can't really see it. It looks like it doesn't have any detail on it. If it does, it's so faint I can't see it, and my glasses are in the car, which is a really great place for them. But anyway, it looks like a silver coin. It was deep enough, 10 inches. So it could be a silver coin. We'll have to get her cleaned up and get a better idea later. All right, on to the next. All right, it's been, oh geez, hour and a half or more since I've really had any high tones. I have found some interest in iron. That's a horseshoe. I'm not exactly sure how old it is, but it's got a unique shape, and I'm hoping it's medieval. And then I got a sickle blade, not much left of it though. I don't know how old that is. And then I got another horseshoe, which has a different shape, but also looks quite old. So I'll have one of the guys, our guide, he knows a lot about this stuff, so he might be able to give me some ages on these. But anyway, the reason I turn the camera on is look down there in the hole. Little tiny silver coin. It's a 1 Kreutzer. I'm sure you can see the date. I cannot. I can tell it's 1850 something. It's after lunch. Thunderstorm passed by earlier but didn't get on us directly. It's probably been 2 good hours since I've had really a decent signal, but there's just so much potential in these forests here. But I just had a signal. I almost walked past it. I barely caught it with the end of my coil, but I got another silver coin. Yeah, it's probably another little Kreutzer, like the one I found earlier. It's pretty small and it's real thin, but that'd be my guess. Another Kreutzer. I'll have to get that cleaned up, get you a positive ID and a good picture. All right, on to the next. Just had a slam in signal about 3 inches deep. Got a shoe buckle. Looks like it had a iron shape, which of course is all rusted up. But it looks like the buckle has scalloped edges. Pretty cool. I think that's the tongue rusted, folded back on itself. But I'll get that cleaned up, get you a better picture. All right, it's day 3 of my road trip, and we're at a new location. And I've been here probably about 30 minutes, no high tones yet, but I did just get a pretty good iron signal. And this is the back of a Roman nail or spike. They always have these big square heads on them, so that's a pretty cool find. All right, I'll get back to you on the next good one. On to the next. It's been about 15 or 20 minutes since I found that Roman nail, and I was just thinking, how long is it going to be before I even get a high tone? And I just had a small, squeaky high tone. I got a silver coin. I think it's 1853. I had my glasses on. I could kind of see the date. It's definitely 1850 something, but I'm thinking 1853. I can't even tell if it's this is focused. There you go. Yeah, 1 Kreutzer, maybe 1853 or 1855, not sure. And then on the front, It's got, is it rotated? I can't even tell. It's so tiny. Look how tiny it is compared to my finger. Anyway, I'll get that cleaned up and get you a better picture. On to the next. I just had kind of a tin foil signal, but it was kind of deeper than modern trash. And I have got cufflinks. Nice. Probably 1700s maybe. I don't know. I'll have to get some opinions on that. Looks like they got like some kind of paste stones or glass stones. But yeah, I'm always happy to get something personal like a set of cufflinks. All right, on to the next. All right, we got permission to hunt this meadow from the landowner, and I found 2 buttons. Been here about 15 minutes, and I just had a real faint signal about 6 inches down, and I've got a silver coin. You can just make out a head there. Looks like it's looking to the right. And then on the back side, I can see writing, maybe a shield. But I mean, this thing is worn so thin. Look how tiny it is. It's smaller than a trime. So it's probably a kreutzer, but I'll have to get a positive ID later and a better picture for you. But that's definitely a silver coin. All right, on to the next. All right, diggers, I've dug in 30 minutes 5 buttons and 2 silver coins, but this is a bucket list button I've had for a very long time. It's a carved tombac with the jumping horse. Just amazing. I'm so freaking excited. Man, oh man, I can't believe I found one of these. It's just amazing. All right, on to the next. All right, diggers, just had a nice little signal. I got silver number 3 in the last 20 or 30 minutes. I can't wait to get these cleaned up and see what they are. All right, on to the next. Just had an iffy signal about 6 inches down, and it kind of sounded like iron, but it had a little bit of a high tone to it. And I've got another silver coin, a lot bigger than the other ones. I see a head, and then on the other side, you can see like a shield, and the date might be there. It might be 1810 or 1805, I'm not sure. But that's a pretty good sized coin. That's silver number 4 out of this field. On to the next. All right, it's been probably close to an hour, but I just got another silver. But unfortunately, this ground is so hard and rocky, I bent it with the shovel. Gonna have to try and straighten it out later. But it's a 1794. I can read the date on it. But unfortunately, it's just a matter of time. This ground is just like concrete. So anyway, silver number 5. On to the next. Well, this is exciting. It's been maybe 10 minutes since I tacoed that last one. This rang up a 36, about 3.5 inches deep, and it was almost like foil. And it's another silver coin. It's number 6. All right, I'm not leaving this area. On to the next. Wow, diggers, this is incredible. Uh, I just want you to know that as I walk through this meadow, there's so much iron. It sounds like a machine gun going off in your headphones. And you got to listen for the little peeps in between. And that's just the case here. And look at this hammered silver I just dug. Look at that thing. It's 1750 something. I can't quite read the last digit. You see that Roman numeral 4 above center? The 17 is to the left, and to the right of it is 50, 55, 51. I can't tell, but it's definitely a hammered silver. Wow. Beautiful coin. That's number 7. All right, on to the next. Hey diggers, it's the next morning. I'm back at the field where I found 7 silvers yesterday. Been here about maybe 10 minutes. Just had a pretty good signal. And look, it's right here in this root. There's a silver coin. It was on edge. All right, on to the next. Wow, it's been about 20 minutes since I had a good signal, but this was quite a signal. Loud, it's 90, but it's a token for 20 pfennig. And on the back, it's got some kind of building, or maybe a church, or I don't know what it is. I'll have to do some research, but I'll get you a better picture and a description. On to the next. Wow, it's been probably an hour since I've had a really good signal. I'm still working the same corner of this meadow where I found, now I found 8 silvers, but I just had a really nice signal. And it's right there in the hole. You can see it. I haven't touched it. Sort of on edge. Have to get that cleaned up. That's a little bit larger than some of the others I found. Feels like a hammered. All right, I'll get that cleaned up and get you a better picture. On to the next. All right, we've moved into the woods, and this is my first good signal, and it's some kind of Nazi badge. Looks like harvesting, maybe a woman carrying wood or something. It's real heavy. It's got part of the pin still on the back. But it's gorgeous. Oh, I'm very happy. That's my second Nazi badge that I have found. All right, on to the next. Today is the last day of my road trip. We're in a new section of woods. This little hilltop here has an amazing view of the valley. I just had a super faint signal quite deep, and I got a little tiny silver coin. Little bitty kreutzer. Okay, it's been about 3 or 4 minutes since I found that little silver coin, which is right here. And I was looking around this rock, and I was getting an iron signal right up under the edge of the rock. I really couldn't get my coil over it, but I thought, well, maybe it's a coin. It's just I'm not getting a good hit on it. So I dug and pulled out the dirt, and sure enough, there it is right there. Another silver coin. That's 2 now. Excellent, excellent. So thin. So I just had a iron signal fairly deep. And look what I got here. Look at it, still got the pins. And one of the things I've noticed, this could be older, in medieval times, the quality of the iron was so good that when you dig it up, it's really not very rusty. Whereas more modern iron artifacts that I find are just so rusted. So this could date, 1700s or earlier. I'm going to have to ask our guide what his opinion is on it. But I'm very happy with this. I'm going to do some electrolysis, and this is going to clean up really nice. It's all there, man. It's just gorgeous. All right, on to the next.